Would it be fair to call Young Ripper at this point the Malcolm X of comics? Because if so, I would like to coin that term for him. He has basically pulled a Malcolm X, which is like most of us. He's annoyed by the situation of the modern comic book industry. The only difference between most of us who bitch and moan about it is he's actually doing something, which I applaud him for. Like, there's him, Doug TenNapel, Raging Golden Eagle, Doug Ernst. Like, they're all doing things of their own. I mean, even Razorfist. The only difference is Razorfist is doing books. I think he said he did comics at one point, but that's not really important. Point is, he's doing something really good, and as he's pointed out multiple times, he's just getting started. I still need to get my hands on the comic. That's like, I don't want to talk about the comic per se. What I want to talk about is the reaction to what he's been doing. Now, you know the type. The annoying, incessant type who's always like, we need diversity and inclusion. Well, you got a brown man doing well for himself. You know what the response has been? Oh, how dare you. Like, if you mention this fucker on Reddit, yeah, your thing gets shut down real fast or deleted by moderators, which I find kind of funny coming from Reddit. But, yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Like, he's being shown more acrimony than 4chan's user base, probably. And it's good that he's doing this. It really is. And I think it just goes back to what I've said a couple times. We need to be doing our own shit. Because the modern mainstream has shown they are no longer interested in giving us good content anymore. They just want to lecture us and bitch to us. And treat us like we're the problem, talk down to us. So I say, fuck it. Do your own shtick. This is kind of why I don't castigate geeks and gamers in them for what the shtick they do over and over. Like, what they do is repetitive, but at least they're doing their own thing. And also, it was either talking about this or the fact that a manga creator is now a part of the political body in Japan. Actually, I might do my own a video of just talking about that specifically. But anyway, it's just good he's doing this. I'm glad he's doing this, and it kind of shows the hypocrisy of the people who preach about diversity, because if they really gave a shit about diversity, they would be propping Young Rippa up right now. And I can't wait to look at what he's made. I'm waiting to see if he does volumes at some point, because those are the things I collect. I don't get the individual issues if I can help it. I always go for volumes, collections of multiple comics put together. But, yeah, it looks good. I like the artwork I've been seeing of it. Well, I've seen one or two images. It looks good. And I wish him the best of luck. Because, like, he's already done something I consider an accomplishment. He pissed off the wokies. Like, I think that should be applauded at most. But he's actually doing something that I can only dream of doing. Like, I wouldn't mind doing an indie comic of my own at some point. It's just I have to write the story first in book form before I can do that. And I'm a slow writer, just like I'm a slow reader. But, yeah, those are my overall thoughts. Is just good on Young Rippa. I hope this does well. I hope he's able to start his own comic book company. Because the funny thing is, I watched a documentary recently about, well, I went back to watch one over and over, about the comic book creators of old, like back in the days after World War I, who made comics. They were incredibly hardworking. This is because they went through shitty times. The people making them now have not gone through shitty times. But indie makers, they've probably gone through shitty times because they had to put up with these wokey pricks and pissheads. So I find it more believable that Young Rippa and Doug Ernst are going to make good quality content than Brian Michael Bendis or what's that prick's name? Mark Waid, the Antichrist of comics. But yeah, those are just my thoughts. Actually, no, calling Mark Waid an Antichrist is both an insult to the Antichrist and Nietzsche. But anyway, that's the video. Have a nice day, and pray for sanity.